Hey guys, this is week 31 of my series titled 52 Weeks of Reaper. Every week for 52 weeks, I'll be releasing a new video focusing on a key feature in Reaper. So let's jump right in. So for today, our topic and our focus will be on the arrangement window. So this video is not going to be too long. The arrangement window is really not that complicated. If you're used to DAWs, you've seen one, you've kind of seen them all. So they all pretty much have the same features. So I just want to touch on some of the key things that makes this one a little bit more unique, some of the elements that they have implemented around it. And it's going to get more interesting in the weeks to come based on some of the things that you can do with the proximity of the different parts of Reaper and how you can lay it out around your arrangement window. But we got to start with the arrangement window first. So just like every typical arrangement window, we have up here, we have the ruler section. One of the cool things about the ruler area in Reaper is that you can drag up here to create a selection and a loop section. They'll have that little tooltip up there showing you the start and the end of that loop section and also the overall length in beats, bars, and in seconds. So just like in any other DAW, let's look at an actual project. We can resize and zoom in vertically to make the tracks vertically taller, and then you can also zoom in and out horizontally. So nothing different here with that. But one of the cool things that Reaper does have is if you're editing on the arrangement screen and you want to get a little bit more screen real estate, you can go over to right here. There is a division line that separates the TCP from the arrangement screen here in the middle. And right at that line, when you see it light up, you can just double click on it and it will remove the TCP, so you have more screen real estate for your arrangement screen. And if you want to bring it back, you can just come right back to that edge right there. You see it highlighted, double click, and it'll open right back up. So that brings me to another feature that I've seen in other DAWs before, and that is the project Navigator. So if you're dealing with a massive project, a lot of tracks, and the actual time length of it is long, this is where the project Navigator may come in handy. So you can go up here to the view menu, go to view, and if you come down here, there's an option that says Navigator. You open that and we have this Navigator. It allows you to pan around the project really quickly and easy, so you can get to the end, the top, the bottom quickly. This brings me to another function in Reaper that we're gonna dive into more deeper next week. And that's the option where I can right click on the top of this floating window. And there's an option that says Dock Navigator Window in Docker. And see, now we have the Docker here on the side. I can actually grab by the divider, open this up. I can zoom in and out by holding Control and rolling the scroll wheel on my mouse. And if you're noticing, it's also zooming in on the arrangement screen over here. I could move this around to quickly navigate around my project. Top, bottom, left, right. Down here, there is a tab here because it is docked for the Navigator. I can actually hold Control, click, and I can drag it. If you notice, there's a blue line here, and if I move it over here, it moves to the top. And if I let it go there, I can now have the Navigator docked at the top of my project, which would be a little bit more ideal. And once again, I can navigate and move around my project by just moving around in my Navigator window. So a nice, cool option to have, and you can remove it if you want to. If you don't want to see it there, you can just get rid of it and hide it. You can close it right here. Right there, you can close that tab to close it out, or you can go back to the view menu and just uncheck it. So cool feature. But that now brings me to the main topic of next week's video. I'm gonna touch on it a little bit, but we're gonna dive a little bit deeper, is how you can actually arrange the way the screen is laid out based on your workflow and what you're currently doing in your project. So if you're tracking versus you're writing MIDI or scoring, or if you're just editing or pitch correcting, you might need your screen to be laid out in different ways. So even something as simple as opening the mixer. Right now my mixer is on my second monitor, but sometimes I might not have my second monitor and I want the screen to be laid out differently. So I can actually change my screen layout where I have what we would call a track inspector on my left side of the screen. So now every track that I select will show up over here. So now I'm looking at this purple track. Once I select it over here, and it's showing me whatever track I select over here. I still have my master track right here, and I can go see what plugins are here on this track that's selected, panning, volume, all that good stuff. My routing for my sends and everything is here. So we have that track inspector style layout. And there are other layouts that I'm going to talk about next week. So we're going to dive deeper into that. But now we have these areas in a close proximity of my arrangement window. And I might be working on my laptop somewhere where I'm remote, where I'm able to just set up my laptop with no extra monitor. And this might be more comfortable because I'm dealing with one screen and everything is laid out. So I'm gonna show you different ways how you can lay it out and how you can actually save those layouts and switch quickly back and forth between the different layouts. That's gonna help and support your workflow. So definitely, guys, another cool feature in Reaper, our arrangement window, and we're gonna dive deeper into screen sets next week. So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching, and as always, you'll see me in the next video.